Searching for a sweetheart, finding a swindler. Tonight, 9 is on your side with how scammers are trolling legitimate online dating sites.
Fraudsters make it their full-time job trying to deceive people. The scams are sophisticated and convincing.
So you've been dating a man for over a year now online, and all of a sudden he says he needs money to pay for his leave. Or maybe he needs money for food and water. Maybe he's just a liar who pretends that he's somebody who he isn't. Romance scams are a huge problem that we can never talk enough about. Millions of brave soldiers who risk their lives every single day are getting their image stolen online by romance scammers wanting to make a living. Today on Scamfish, we're going to list the top 5 military scams that we covered this year. I'm also happy to announce that we've hit 10,000 subscribers, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without all of you. We've received so much support from you guys, and it never goes unappreciated. Drop a comment below and let us know what your favorite video is in the past year. And let's get into it.
Catfished.
We would video chat with only me showing video. He would keep his video off. But I know that first amount, I think it was $7,500 in total.
At number 5 on our list is a woman named Leah Peterson, who is an intelligence agent in the military. Leah was married to her husband, Paul, who passed away from cancer while he was on active duty 5 years ago. In January of this year, she decided she was ready to start looking for either a friendship or a companion that she could just hold hands with. So the only thing she could figure out was to go on an online dating site. He scammed her by faking a $3 million bank balance. Leah actually logged into this account and saw the money, which is pretty weird. She thought that since he had all of his money, letting him borrow $25,000 wouldn't be a problem. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case. Click on this video to watch it right now. Number 4 on our list is Stephanie ONeal. She is a woman from New York who was talking to a man she met on Instagram. They built a year-long relationship online where he would then scam her out of over $200,000. She had fallen deeply in love with him during this relationship to the point where she was planning her wedding. She picked out her wedding dress, their wedding colors, and even bought the ring for their wedding. This catfish victim caught on because she was familiar with the military rules, and something he said just didn't make sense to her.
The girl that sits next to me, she saw the phone when it came back. She called me a moron because it came back and it came back to my office. She goes, why the fuck would you do something so stupid?
We interviewed her on her experience of what it was like to almost marry a military romance scammer. Click on this link to see exactly what happened to Stephanie. Romance scammers fool you using a number of tactics to try to get your money. One tactic is to steal attractive pictures of a guy from his social media profiles. They then come up with a fake career story as to why they are stationed halfway across the world, usually claiming that they are from the United States military. At number 3, we have Christine from Pennsylvania. She was talking to a guy named David Porter on Mingle 2 who said he was in the army and was stationed in Nigeria. This Nigerian romance scammer had scammed her for months before finally admitting that he was taking advantage of her bank account. You have these pictures everywhere. Like, what were your friends saying or your family saying?
I really think that everybody knew except for me. And maybe deep down I did know. I just didn't want to admit it because the dude was hot. You know, what can I say?
How did she get through this tough time in her life? Click on this link to see her story. Coming in at the second worst military scam, we have a woman named Judy Vaughn, a woman from South Carolina who was in an online relationship with a guy named James Hackett. She met him on Plenty of Fish after her husband of 38 years passed away. He claimed to be in the military, stationed in Afghanistan, and she talked to him for over 3 years. However, something seemed off to her.
You know, the military will never leave people stranded. You know, so if they're asking for money, they'll absolutely never leave somebody stranded. And so we're 100% certain that the person you're talking to is not the real person that's in Pennsylvania.
At one point, she was even sending him all of her disability and social security checks so that he could save up to come back home. The question kept ringing in her head. Was he telling the truth or was he really a scammer? Click here to find out. One of the worst stories that we have covered here at socialcatfish.com. Betty Jean is very brave. She contacted us earlier this year because she wanted to share her story and to save other men and women from scammers like the one she encountered. Betty Jean tried online dating on a site called Mingle2 and met a guy named Johnson David Spires. He swept her off her feet, making her believe that he was in the military and stationed in Columbus, Ohio. This online relationship lasted for over 3 years. However, things took a turn for the worse when he started asking her for so much money that it left Betty heartbroken, homeless, and completely broke. She started to suspect that he might be a Nigerian romance scammer and turned to socialcatfish.com for help.
And I'm just now being able to where I can actually talk to my family.
If you could tell them like one thing, you know, maybe some of the family members that aren't talking to you or that haven't really listened to you, like what, if they're watching this video, what would you say to them?
That I'm sorry, that we should have sat down and talked about it.
Click this link to hear more about her story. So what did you guys think was the worst military scam of 2020? Leave a comment below and let us know. Again, thank you guys for watching. Leave us a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Are you unsure if the person you're talking to online is real or fake? Maybe you've been trying to get a family member or friend to come to terms and you have a story that you'd like to share about a romance scam. If this is you, email us at sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. By allowing our YouTube audience to hear about your experiences, you can educate them on what you went through and the signs you witnessed. Education is the best way to prevent these scams. Your story could be the reason thousands of scams are prevented.